Hello everyone and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Last time we took on our last few key quests in 4-star rank, and now we're going to be taking on our urgent. But first of all, I want to catch you up to speed on some things I have done, or at least one thing that I have done off screen. I'm going to go look at our Palicos, and if you look at my status real quick, you'll see I have 185 Academy points. That's because I've grinded out a Hermit Crab quest in the 2-star village rank and kind of got our cats a little bit further along in their support moves. As you can see here, Ibuki has all the moves it really wants. Weapon upgrade is debatable, but for right now we don't have to worry about having weapon upgrade on it. We won't have enough slots to put on there. So eventually we'll have a chance to just pick whatever we want in the B-class skills. So I'm just going to leave that one on there. As for skills, we got Elemental Attack Up L, and Critical Up S. We're still working on Boomerang Pro and another C-class skill, but for right now, that'll be fine. We're not going to be using it anyway. Go down here to U, and it has all the support moves. I think it already had all of them, but Health Horn, Go Fight Wind, Vase of Vitality, and Wide Whiskers Horn. And then for our A-class skill, we had support move +1. This lets us equip another support move to take out on hunts. Then it also has earplugs and counter boost. And as for the final skill, I'm trying to go for, I think, non-stick fur. Keeps them from getting stuck in binds. That's what we have right now on our main cat. As for Binkai, yeah, we're still working on him. His final C-class skill is still big boomerangs, which it keeps turning the big boomerangs. We're wanting something better than that. But we have Vase of Vitality, Go Fight Wind, SP Horn, which we're probably going to be changing later to something better. I don't know what, and we might just be teaching skills since it is a Charisma cat that it would rather have instead of that as a slot. And then Wide Whiskers Horn and Dugmabe to get us out of pins, and also to scare off extra monsters so we don't have to carry Dugmabe. As for skills, yeah, we're still working on that since we haven't finished our support moves first. Changing support moves changing skills is cheaper than changing support moves, so that got us a little bit further along on the other two cats, but Binkai here is being a little stubborn. Either way, we're going to keep our fire weapon equipped, because surprisingly, Plesioth, the monster we'll be fighting, is somewhat weak to fire. It's weakest to thunder, but our current thunder weapon is not very good. At least for high rank. We want more raw damage right now. So she's going to tell us about the Plesioth, and we will take the quest for a Plesioth in the Misty Peaks. Alright, and right off the bat, we immediately spawn in the area that it's in. Now, if we run over here to this pond, we can throw a frog out, and this attracts the Plesioth. Cats don't have to gather frogs, so that's very nice for them. Plesioth just kind of gets attracted to it. I'm gonna fish him up after it goes down. I don't know if you have to press the A button on that, but I am. We're just going to be safe and make sure we get it out of the ground. That gets it out onto the land and topples it over for a little bit. Alright, Plesioth. This guy has massive hip checks, and that's what he starts out with. But our main hit zones on this guy for cutting weapons are the stomach, the neck, not the head, and then the head. Mainly we want to go for that stomach though, unless you're going for part breaks. I think you can break the tail fin. No, you can break his arm fins and his back fin and his head. Don't know about the tail fin though. Either way, we're just going to keep aiming up for that stomach. We've got piercing boomerangs now, and he's a water monster, which is kind of weird why he's weak to fire, but he is mostly weak to thunder. He's going to keep spamming those water beams at Calamari. That's giving us good damage. There's a sleep bite that does apply sleep, weirdly enough. That's the only attack of his that applies sleep. And he's just kind of walking around now. His walking does do damage, which is a little annoying, but as long as you're out of the way or you adaptivate it, you're fine. Now, he's going to swim in the water. He's very inconsistent with this. Sometimes he stays in there a while, sometimes he just immediately leaves. Good thing about us is we're a ranged weapon and we don't have to deal too much with them as long as we can get close enough and throw boomerangs. Of course, we're not getting the best damage on it, but oh well. He's out of there now. And this guy used to be very notoriously annoying in that he had horribly massive hitboxes, even worse than they are now. And he would spend upwards of 30 minutes in the water. You would have to throw sonic bombs to get him out. Now we could use ultrasonic horn, but we would have to spend bar gauge on that, and it's just not that much worth it with how little time he actually spends in the water. For hunters though, it might be smart if you can't reach him. There was another sleep bot. See, both of our cats are down now. They seem to be having some issues. Gonna get hit by that hip check, of course. Even if you're under it, you're gonna get hit by it. So no, even if you're a cat, you're not privileged with a small enough hitbox to go under it. Keep going for that stomach. Apply our big boomerangs here. I even have enough for our demon horn. That's good. But we'll just keep going for that stomach. We'll do a sidewards evade there. Sideways, not sideways. Oh, maybe that works too. There's a water beam. And I don't know when he does it, but eventually he'll start shaking that water beam. And if you're close enough to his face, you'll be hit by it when he shakes it. Like that. And it looks like he's mad now. He's huffing out air. There's a tailspin. Does it twice. Or not. Oh, I guess he doesn't. This must be our first monster that doesn't do it twice. Keep going for the stomach. Again, the neck is a decent enough hitbox. It is 45. The stomach is 50 for cutting weapons. I think the head is 50 for blunt weapons. But we don't have a blunt weapon right now. Kind of did a weird charge attack over here. And there's a hip check. Need to reapply our piercing. Look for an opening to apply our demon horn. This looks like it's good, or not. Those tail swipes come out immediately, so just try and be out of range of them. We can do that because we have enough range on it. And I think if you're under him, you won't get hit by it. Of course, that's Plesioth though, so could end up being bad. And also, we just got immediately killed. That's unfortunate. Lost an acorn there. Go ahead and eat the acorn here and revive. We'll do a soothing roll. Just so we can get a little bit more health back so that doesn't happen again. We'll do a spreading water beam. Oh, he pulled it back on us. Did not realize that was going to happen. Evade into that, adept it. I almost didn't get an adaptate on it. That's unfortunate. But it worked out, so that's good. There's another water beam. And I'm gonna say our water resistance should be pretty high since we're wearing Catch a Watch armor. Of course, I could be wrong on that. We'll check when he moves areas. There's another water beam. We'll get out of the way of it. Oh, I guess I didn't get my demon horn off. Either that or it's already worn off. But I don't think I got it off, which is unfortunate. I guess we were just killed too quickly. Unfortunately, overcommitted to that boomerang there. I'm not paying attention. Remember, we need to pace our attack correctly. It's going after them so I can go crazy. And I'm very low on health right now. So I'm going to do the soothing roll. Do another one too. Alright. There's a sleep bite. We'll keep going at the stomach here. And looks like he's changing areas. I'll go ahead and check our water resistance. It's 5, so decent enough for high rank. Not great, obviously, but I mean, it is just Catch a Watch armor. Alright. There's a charge attack. That does a lot of damage, so be careful. And it looks like he's mad again. That little taunt animation he has there is his enrage animation. Just gonna keep going at him. There's another hit check. He is going after our cats a lot, which is good. I don't want to be hit by the second tail swap. He didn't do another one. Sometimes he does 2, sometimes he only does 1. It's good fake out, I guess. There's a sleep bite. We'll just throw 1 here. We'll throw 2 now. Alright, get it out of the way. Throw 4 here, get out of the way again. Need to be very careful with the hip check. He does delay it, so I need to be careful to make sure. And then there's the tilt spot. Need to be careful to make sure I'm not evading too many times. So we are in rage mode now, so that's good. We're going to use Soothing Roll to heal. We're having to use Soothing Roll a lot more. That's just because high rank monsters hit a lot harder, even with your armor being caught up to it. Alright, it's in a shock trap. I'm not going to go for capture because I know for sure it is not ready. We'll go for a mount though. Wait for him to attack. Always when you go for melee attacks, wait for him to just attack and then catch him on the cooldown. Of course, you can't control everything, and again, instant tail swaps are very annoying. But getting to the front kind of makes them easier to predict. You can see what their tails will be. Evaded into that, thankfully. So we will recover with Soothing Roll, and I guess I need to really go for catch game or not. I'm gonna go for a mount. Pretty sure that the stomach is the easiest way. You might be able to attack the wing arms too, because I'm barely even getting the stomach here. I'm hitting the legs most of the time. And off he goes. He's probably gonna try and eat or drink or do something like that. I'll hold off on Demon Horn here since really need more health. But let him go to eat. That'll be good for us to get a mount off. Just try and aim it right. There we go. And topples on the Piscine Wyverns, much like the, I think that I pronounced that right, probably didn't, but topples on these guys, the fish monsters, are not the best since their weak spots really aren't that open, especially for melee weapons. Like the sword and shield is going to have a horrible time trying to hit the stomach there. That's why the neck's usually the best, or next best option. Still exhausted, so that's good. We did get him out of that eating animation, but now he's mad again. We'll just throw 2 here, get out of the way. He's probably gonna shake that water beam, or not. Okay, good job. That tail sweep is very large. Again, I think you can be under it, but being under it means you might get hit by a straight charge or hip check. Though I guess we should be fine as long as we are not greedy. But we should be fine against the tail swap if we are not greedy too. And again, this is probably going to show that when they're in rage mode, you're going to have to play a lot more defensively because they can just pull out a lot of weird things very quickly. Yeah, there's getting way too greedy with my attacks. We'll evade that water beam and have to use Soothing Roll for the rest of our bar. And since our cats are down pretty much all the time, we're not getting all that healing. It's fine, we'll throw 1 here, get out of the way of the water beam, and counterattack. There we go. Try to be careful not to hit the back like I kind of am here. It will pierce through, which we can't control that, but still, the back is the worst hit zone, I think. So the stomach and then the back are very contrasting. Get out of the way here, aim for that stomach. And you will get trips by just going for the stomach. Hopefully, we should be getting trips eventually once he gets to lower health. There's a break, probably on his back. I'm sure hitting the stomach hopefully breaks his back, because if not, that means we are just hitting the back. But that has to be the stomach. There's no other part for the stomach. Here's a spread water beam. Get right under him and then wait for, he's mad now, so we're gonna go for 2 more. Get out of the way. Yep, I expected that to happen. Always expect the hardest attack to come out next. That way you're ready for any of the weaker attacks. Okay, got a little greedy there with my roll. Didn't wait like I should. And again, you have to play very safe. You're taking a lot more damage in this rank. Looks like he's gonna maybe leave areas. Nope, just a hip check. I'm gonna back away now. Again, we're very low on health and we have to reapply all of our boomerangs. So I guess I'll, please don't do anything weird. Okay. Now that's the thing, if he's facing towards you, even his tail sweep can hit you. That's how wide of a range it has. But we're gonna play at far range, just so we don't get hit. Again, it's Plesioth that has very big hitboxes. We are at 10 minutes though, so hopefully he should be dead soon. We'll use the soothing roll and get a little bit more health. Also, we have an intruder, so hopefully that doesn't interfere too much with the hunt. Alright, he's gonna do his tail sweep and invade into it. We saw the first one, so we expected another one. Even if it didn't happen, we'd be safe. Get out of the way of that. There's a charge. Throw a couple here, and the legs aren't horrible. They are not a weak spot, but they are, I think, like 35 on the hit zone, which is, I think, dealing 35% of your damage, something like that. I'm not too caught up on hit zones. I just know the higher the number, the better. All right, thank you, Calamari, for the health horn. And these Bullfango are being very annoying. They weren't annoying in the first patch, or the first part of this zone. But now in this part, we're having issues with them. They're all dead though, so never mind. There's a hip check. We evaded that just in case the hitbox was big enough. There's that tail sweep. Throw one here. Again, we want to try and conserve as much gauge as possible. I'm glad we were out of the range of that. But I don't think that has a tail. There might be a very nuanced tail for it, but I think he just pulls it out of nowhere, which is just a Plesioth thing to do. Get out of the way here. Expect a tail sweep. Yep. And I guess the easiest tail is if there is no tail, then it's probably a tail sweep. Tail sweep? Yes. Because he does that weird little stopping animation and then immediately goes into it. So maybe that's it. We'll see. No, that's just a regular charge. And again, be careful on walls because they can slide along to the left or right very quickly in a wall. Just a weird quirk with the mechanics of the game. That was a flinch. We'll throw a couple more even though they're not piercing. We'll just get out of the way of that. Water beam. There's a sweeping water beam, so we'll go along here. We're very close to him though. I don't like that. Tail sweep. Yes. Okay, I think that little weird charge he does into a stop is the tail for that. So I'm learning. That's good. Watch out for the water beam. Don't let him pull it in towards you. There's another one. This Bullfango's gonna come at me. There's a hit check. That's a charge. I'm glad I got the adept evade on that. Because, again, that does so much damage. There's a flinch, so we're getting flinches, which is good. There's a water beam. We're now at the 15-minute mark. Probably way over it, but I saw the attack. I just did not register it until his tail sweep come out, or sweep came out. All right, we're gonna heal. Hopefully we do not die here. They're invincible during soothing roll, so we don't have to worry about it. And there's a Royal Ludroth. That is the monster that has intruded. Hopefully it helps more than it hurts, but usually I'm not paying enough attention. He did the tail. He always does that tail. So at least we know now that whenever he does that weird little charge forward, it is always a tail sweep. I will actually fight this guy here to get some bar gauge while Plesioth goes and sleeps. So long as I don't die to him. Of course, I could always go and sleep in the bed and refill my acorns, but that's coward strat, ain't it? I'm kidding. If you like to do that, do that. 'Cause I do that sometimes too, especially in the higher ranks. We'll evade into that. I want to get 3 here just so I can at the very least refresh my boomerangs. We're not going to throw a bomb at him when he's sleeping. couple more, we should be at 3. There we go. We're at 3 now. We can leave. Alright, he's sleeping. Yep, and we have to reapply all of them. And we'll go for that sweet stomach. Just throw a normal boomerang at it. He has a little getting up animation, so should be fine. Just be careful he doesn't do an immediate tail swap, because I think I've seen him do that before. He's waking up, taking notice of us. Alright, get out of the way. There's a charge. Thankfully, that's easy enough to evade into. Get out of the way to the left here. There's a sleep bite. There's a water beam. He's looking at us, so we're going to get out of the way. He's limping towards us. I wonder if that's a tail sweep, since he can't really walk normally. Probably not. He's just walking towards us. There's a tail sweep. Yep. Again, that little skid, that little weird goofy walk into a skid is what you're looking for the tail sweep. I'm doing it again. There's a water beam. Good. We're back up to almost full health thanks to our cat, so that's good. There's another tail sweep coming out. Yep. We kind of fell there off the ledge. That was very dangerous of us. He's exhausted though, so it really doesn't matter. Now, if one of our cats could put down another trap, I think it's too early for it though. Alright, limping away. There's a hip check. And I still got hit by it. That is the glorious hip check. From Plesioth. Okay. Should be very close to death though. There's limping. Just barely. The way his body works is that his tail is so delayed in it that whenever you evade expecting the attack to come immediately from his body, his tail just kind of is delayed there. And the hitbox is too. He's doing a tail swap probably, or not. He did the little charge into a stop, but he didn't do it. So I guess that was a fake out. We'll just keep doing this. He should be dead. Like, go for that neck, and now the body or the stomach. Hip check. Remember to delay that evasion. Get out of the way of that one. Alright. He didn't pull it back, so we're good. We're safe. And I guess something to say on your elemental resistances, their attacks are like yours. They're made up of raw and element. So even if you have like massive elemental resistances and just a decent amount of raw defense, you still can take a lot of damage from those water beams, because even if you negate 100% of the elemental side of the attack, you're still taking the raw side of the attack. Either way, there you go. He's down. Took 20 minutes to kill this guy. He is very much a slog of a fight. Has a lot of health and very annoying fight too. I had to play it safe a lot. Either way, I'll cover him up and meet you back at the base. Alright, we're back in the prep area. Went ahead, since we now have plenty of points to put our cats back on training, put them back on their training. Other way, we'll look at the Plesioth board. It is a water weapon, and most definitely better than the Catch a Harrow. So yeah, we're just gonna make that immediately. And the Plesioth armor, I'd say 12 more defense in the head, so probably even more on the body. Yeah, like 20, I think. So I guess we'll go ahead and make all of that. That'll be good. Look for Plesioth Scrap Plus. I do not think Plesioth is in low rank, much like the Ketchawacha. So there's only Plesioth stuff, or Plesioth Plus materials. We'll just throw all of it in there and probably try and give all of our cats the armor at the very least. Equip that board. Equip the cap. Very interesting looking armor, but oh well. We'll change out of it soon. Swap the chibi here. We're gonna just be a squad, aren't we? With that, and looks like we're out of materials for it. Probably have enough for the head though, so I'll make it for calamari here. There you go. Very interesting team we have made up. I don't think any poison weapons right now, but we'll get a poison weapon pretty soon. Either way, we'll talk to the guild manager. He'll congratulate us and say we're ready for 5-star quests. Only one more star rank until we get our 6-star and unlock our level cap. Either way, that'll be it for today. Only one hut, but it isn't urgent, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed, and please leave a comment below if you want. And until next time, bye.